Welcome to a new online video class, dear children. Today we are going to discuss about the land degradation and conservation measures. The land degradation and conservation measures. Yes, in the previous classes we have discussed about resources, what is resource, classification of resource, the planning of resource, the need for planning, conservation, the need for conservation, and the importance of land resource, land utilization pattern, all are discussed in the previous classes. Yes, let's move on to the next section, land degradation and conservation measures. Yes, we know the importance of land resource right now. Yes, we have already studied about that, the importance of land resource. All the activities, the economic activities, the non-economic activities, whatever it may be, all are taken place in the land resource. Without that, we can't survive right now. And 95% of the basic needs for food, shelter and clothing all are obtained from the land. And also we shared this land resource with the past. We have shared this land resource with the past and also have to share this for the future generation also. But what is the condition of today? Think about that. Yes, the human activities, the over-exploitation that leads to many problems. The problems like the ecological problems, and the problems like flood, earthquake, global warming, all are because of the human activities. Right now, you know that because of the overexploitation that leads to many ecological problems, the flood, earthquake, all are because of the human activities. Yes, that leads to many the land degradations. Okay. Yes, the studies say that 130 million, the total area of the land in India, 130 million hectares are under degraded areas. Okay, 130 million hectares are degraded area. 130 million hectares total degraded area in India. In that, in this 130 million, 28%, what is 28% forest degraded area. Okay, that means we use these forests, we clear out these forest areas for different purposes, for cultivation or for mining and quarrying, so that we can't use it again. Okay, and that may be a wasteland, that become a wasteland because of the after the excavation, it cannot be used for any other purposes. And 28% of that is forest degraded area, and 56%, okay, 56% water eroded area. Water eroded area. That means because of the clearing out of the forest, we know that there is no trees are there. So it may, when the rainfall occurs, it may lead to soil erosion and other types of landscapes. Okay, so 56% of this 130 million hectares, that is because of the water eroded area. Then the next portion, or the rest of the portion, and the rest is affected by saline water and alkalines. Okay, saline and alkaline deposit. That means because of the over irrigation. So we know that because of the growing population, we need to increase our cultivation, we need to increase our agriculture. So we need to improve our croppings also, so that we use the HYV seeds. For that HYV seeds, we need more irrigation. When we increase the irrigation, it may lead to the increase in salinity of the soil, that may decrease the soil fertility. Okay, that is the studies. Then move on to the next section, the causes of land degradation, the important causes of land degradation. So we already discussed about all these things. That is the deforestation, overgrazing, over-irrigation, industries, mining and quarrying. So in each place, the causes of degradation is different. Okay. Yes, in deforestation, in certain places like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Odisha, the land degradation because of the deforestation due to mining. It may be for mining or quarrying or for what? The cultivation, for increasing the cultivation area. For mining and quarrying also we clear out the forest, and that leads to the degradation of forest. In places like Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh and Odisha, it may be due to the deforestation. Okay. Then the places like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, it may be because of the overgrazing. And the next portion, Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh, that may because of the over-irrigation. We know that in these areas the cultivation is high. Okay, the plains are there, so the cultivation is high. So we need to we need to increase the irrigation because that area is highly cultivated area. They need to increase their irrigation. That lead to the increasing of the salinity of the soil, that may decreases the fertility of the soil. Okay, that is over irrigation. In Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh, the land degradation due to over irrigation. Then the industrial areas, that may in certain places industries are there. So in that area also the land degradation taken place because of what is that? The mineral processing line, the grinding of limestones. Okay, for the industrial purposes, they need the laborers, they need to grind the limestones, and that lead to the dust particles because of the grinding. The dust particles that deposited in the topsoil, and that decreases the infiltration. Okay, that retards the infiltration. Okay, that also leads to the land degradation, and also because of the industrial effluents that directly dump into the water, that may also leads to the land degradation, water pollution and other pollutions also taken place because of the industries. Next one, mining and quarrying, that also leads to the land degradation because of the over excavation. After the excavation, the land may not be used for any other purposes. Okay, these are the main causes of land degradation: deforestation, overgrazing, over irrigation, industries, mining and quarrying. Okay, these are the main causes of land degradation. So there is one question, that is, explain the human activities accountable for the land degradation in India. This is once again, explain the human activities accountable for land degradation in India. The human activities accountable for land degradation in India. Yes, that are the causes of land degradation. Once again, deforestation, overgrazing, mining and quarrying, industries, over irrigation. These are the main causes of land degradation. Yes, we know that all these are because of the human activities. The human beings are responsible for this land degradation. So it is the responsibility of the human beings itself to reduce this land degradation. Okay, in this next session we are going to study about the ways of how to reduce this land degradation. Okay. Yes, the first point, that is afforestation, proper management of basin, shelter belts, stabilization of sand dunes, proper management of wastelands, control of mining, proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents. Okay, let's see one by one. Afforestation, we already know that. So instead of deforestation, we have to plant the trees. Okay, the that is afforestation, that will reduce the degradation. This is very, very important, afforestation, planting the trees. Then proper management of grazing. So in the initial stage itself, we have to plant this much of land is used for grazing. That will reduce the overgrazing and it also reduces the land degradation. Then the shelter beds, that is the growing of plants in a large area, that will stop the landslides or the soil erosion by wind and water. Okay, that stops the long trees, that stops the wind and also the soil erosion due to the water. Okay. Then stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes. So when we grow the thorny bushes in this desert area, we can reduce the desertification, that also leads to the reduction in the land degradation. Okay, sand dunes, that means the maintaining the sand dunes by growing thorny bushes, that will reduce the desertification. Then proper management of wastelands. So we already discussed about the wastelands, that is not to be used for any purpose. Now it is not used for any purpose because that is wasteland. But if we plan it properly, we can use it for any other purposes. So firstly we have to manage, we have to plant, we have to manage it, and then we can use this wasteland for any purposes, for the industrial purposes or for cultivation also. Okay. Then control of mining, that is also very important. The over excavation, that will lead to the degradation. So if we control the mining and quarrying, that will reduce the land degradation. Then the proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents, that is the responsibility of the industries to reduce the pollution before dumping the wastewater into the rivers or water bodies. They can treat it. Okay, before dumping it directly into the water bodies, the wastewater, they can treat it firstly. Okay, then they can reduce the land degradation and also the pollution. So once again, the forestation, planting of the trees instead of deforestation, and the proper management of grazing. Initially we have to plan it, this much of land is used for grazing, that will reduce the overutilization. And shelter beds, growing of planting of trees, okay, in a large area, that will reduce the land degradation. And stabilization of sand dunes by growing the thorny bushes in the desert areas, that will reduce the desertification. Then proper management of wasteland, we can use it any other purposes. If we manage it properly, if we plan it properly in the initial stage, we have to use it for any other purposes. And the control of mining, the mining activities should be controlled, and proper discharge of and disposal of industrial effluents. Before dumping into the water, the wastewater, they have to treat it first. Okay, these are the main points, how to reduce the land degradation. There is also one board question, that is, how can the problem of land degradation be solved in India? Okay, how can the problem of land degradation be solved in India? Yes, this section we have discussed about the land degradation, the causes of land degradation, and how to reduce this land degradation. Hope both the sections are clear for you. Yes, we can see on to the next class.